Have you recently had your UK visa application refused? Don't panic. You might still have options. In this video, we'll walk you through the step-by-step process of appealing a UK visa or immigration decision. Whether you're applying from inside or outside the UK, we've got you covered. We'll explain eligibility, deadlines, fees, the process, and expert tips. Let's begin by understanding what a visa appeal really means. When your visa is refused, a visa appeal is your legal right to challenge that decision. Rather than reapplying immediately, you're asking an independent tribunal to review your case. They might overturn the Home Office's decision. But before jumping in, make sure you're actually eligible, because not every visa refusal comes with appeal rights. Which brings us to the next important point. Who can appeal? You can appeal if your case falls under certain categories. These include refuse asylum or humanitarian protection, rejected human rights or protection claims, refusal under the EU settlement scheme, refusal or revocation of EEA family permits, revoked British citizenship. Make sure to read your refusal letter carefully. It will tell you whether you have appeal rights or not. Now that you know if you're eligible, the next thing to pay attention to is timing. Deadlines for appeal. If you're inside the UK, you have 14 calendar days to appeal. If you're outside the UK, you have 28 calendar days. For detention cases, you might have just 5 days. These are calendar days, not working days, so act fast. You don't want to miss the deadline and lose your right to appeal. So, once you know you're eligible and still within time, what do you do next? How to appeal a UK visa refusal? You have two options. Online. This is the easiest and fastest way. Just visit the gov.uk website, enter your details, and upload your supporting documents. Paper form. Use Form IAFD5 if you're in the UK, or Form IAFD6 if you're outside. Choose whichever method works best for you. But make sure everything is submitted before your deadline. Now let's talk money. Filing an appeal comes with costs. It's £80 for a paper or online appeal without a hearing. £140 if you request an oral hearing. But if you're struggling financially, don't worry. You may qualify for a fee waiver. Check the eligibility on the gov.uk website before applying. If you're dealing with an urgent case, like deportation or risk to safety, here's what you can do. In special situations, you can request an expedited hearing, known as an urgent appeal. You'll need to clearly explain the reason, such as serious medical conditions or human rights risks. It doesn't cost extra, but you must have already paid the normal appeal fee unless you've been granted a waiver. Let's move on to what happens after your appeal is submitted. Once your appeal is received, you'll get an acknowledgement notice. If you requested a hearing, the tribunal will set a date. You will be notified whether your case will be reviewed in person or via video link. This brings us to two different routes, depending on where you are. Let's look at applying from inside the UK first. If you're already in the UK, good news, the process tends to be quicker and more flexible. You may be allowed to stay in the UK legally while your appeal is ongoing. You can attend your hearing in person, by video, or have your lawyer represent you. You'll typically get a hearing date in 12 to 20 weeks. This gives you enough time to submit additional documents or even a witness statement to support your case. Now let's talk about those who are outside the UK at the time of appeal. If you're not in the UK, the process is similar but may take longer. You'll still receive updates and notices via email or post. You likely won't attend the hearing yourself, but a legal representative in the UK can appear on your behalf. It's important to stay in communication with the tribunal and your representative. That helps make sure everything runs smoothly. Now that the hearing is done, what happens next? Receiving a decision after your hearing or paper review. If your appeal is allowed, congratulations, you win your case. The Home Office must reconsider its decision. If your appeal is dismissed, that means the original decision stands. You will usually receive a decision in writing within 4 weeks of the hearing. But what if your appeal is unsuccessful? Is that the end? Not necessarily. What if you lose the appeal? If your appeal is dismissed and you believe there was a legal error, you may be able to escalate it to the upper tribunal. Here's how. Apply for permission from the first-tier tribunal within 14 days inside UK or 28 days outside UK. If permission is denied, you can apply directly to the upper tribunal. You will need to explain the legal mistake clearly and provide documents supporting your claim. Legal representation is highly recommended at this stage. While it's not mandatory, having an immigration lawyer can make a huge difference. They know the system, they can help gather strong evidence, and they'll represent your interests in the best way possible. If you can't afford legal fees, you may be eligible for legal aid, especially in asylum or human rights cases. So, before we wrap up, here are some final tips. Don't wait. Submit early. Keep your documents organized. Be honest and consistent. Prepare thoroughly if attending a hearing. Stay informed and check the tribunal updates regularly. With the right information, documents, and possibly legal help, your appeal could very well succeed. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs it. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe to the British Portal for more such content.